Hello everyone, I am Sierra Cuevas, and today I will be talking about home and school connections and answering a few questions. There are many cultural influences on teaching and learning, such as the diversity of the classroom's students and their cultural languages, behaviors, perceptions, family values, home life, and social and traditional views. All these cultural influences impact the way a student comprehends and adapts to learning a new language and educational content. As educators, cultural influences of a student, specifically English learners, must be considered when teaching by adapting student instruction, lesson plans, and creating engaging activities to tailor to each student's needs. We must understand that each student comes from a different background and show cultural competence by fostering communication skills and interacting with each student to learn their abilities and interests to adapt to our instruction and strategies. Cultural competence is interacting with the English learning students by showing compassion, adaptability, respect, acceptance, inclusion, and appreciation for their diverse cultures that they bring into our classroom. EL cultural values and beliefs can be integrated appropriately into the context of teaching and learning by adapting the curriculum to the students' diverse cultures. This can be done by ensuring student cultural values and beliefs are represented in the text, relevant to the cultural topics, creating stories or events that the student can build upon using their activating their background knowledge, can help the student to understand when the teacher is making a comparison between their cultures to the content to help the student understand what is happening and what the topic is about. Along with providing the student with opportunities to discuss their culture during open discussion or group projects. This allows the students to learn from each other and show appreciation and respect for their diverse cultures among them. In addition to supporting student development and comprehension of the English language, by utilizing culturally appropriate visual aids and resources can help create a positive classroom environment for the student to feel welcomed and a sense of belonging in the school, as well as celebrating cultural holidays and traditions can help educate and teach cultural sensitivity and appreciation to others. There's a critical role of culture in student learning. It is what influences many aspects of the student's learning experience, meaning that a student's culture is what makes them who they are as individuals and how they think, behave, react, and feel about certain things, impacting the student's overall perception, understanding, abilities, learning styles, and social interactions in schools and at home. Schools and classroom environments influence language acquisition by being the student's main source of English language exposure. For this reason, it is critical that we as teachers create a respectful, comfortable class and school environment that provides numerous opportunities for the English language interaction of students to practice and develop skills needed for them to become proficient in English. We can create group or pair work for the students to engage and communicate and learn new words and their meanings and how they are used during conversations. We can also provide instruction in bilingual. If the student needs bilingual instruction in the classroom for the student to understand the meaning of words, vocabulary words, and introduce new meanings of words through the use of bilingual instruction. This will help tremendously with their development and language acquisition. As teachers, we can take steps to ensure we create an inclusive environment by communicating with our students to make sure ourselves as well as our class are aware of the diverse cultures among us. We must spend time getting to know each student and showing respect for their cultures by taking the information and details we learn and using that to adapt the curriculum and material for the students to be able to better comprehend that. Some strategies for supporting and celebrating cultural diversity within instruction can be incorporating culturally relevant texts, stories, examples, and visual resources, along with encouraging students to share their cultural stories or thoughts concerning a topic. This can help the student activate their background knowledge and establish connections between their culture and the material that we are learning. Some strategies for leveraging home and language and cultural assets in the classroom can be to find material with or in the student's native language and incorporate it into a lesson for the class. This can be an opportunity to invite the student's family or community to discuss or read the material and share stories, experiences, and traditions with the classroom. Creating activities that allow the student to use their native language and or cultures can help the student become more engaged and feel more welcome in the classroom. As teachers, we need to learn as much as we can about our students' language to provide instruction and create text or model readings using both English and the student's native language, allowing the student to correct any mispronounced words or teach the classroom new words in their native language. We must support the needs of the ELs in the classroom. Some strategies for responding to different strengths, needs, and identities of all ELs, including special needs, can be providing differentiated instruction, scaffolding, visual aids, group work, activating background knowledge through real-world connections, providing assignment options, allowing extended time on assignments, and pre-teaching vocabulary words. Some opportunities and approaches to meet the social and emotional needs of ELs can be having a culture day where the students bring food or items from their home and share it with the class, along with discussing their cultures. This is another opportunity where parents can be included and asked to come to the school and participate or see their child, conduct a little presentation about their culture. It is important that students feel supported socially and emotionally. This can also be done by creating one-on-one check-ins with the students and letting them discuss any questions or concerns that they may have. The importance of understanding the social, emotional, and cultural needs of students when establishing classroom routines and procedures is that not every student understands what routines and procedures are, and some may need additional support. Home and school connections. Family and community practices influence language learning for students, and it is the first and main influence the students experience for their language. A student's family introduces the foundational skills for their cultural language and development. Community practices also play a major role in the language of students, and the students listen and hear and see the language and new words everywhere they go. Some strategies to build and foster strong family and community and school partnerships are to be inclusive and communicate effectively. Communicate to seek family input concerning their students, social or community activities, or any ideas or suggestions that families may have. Other ideas are creating a family engagement nights that are open to the community and allow families, schools, and community organizations to set up educational or fun booths. As teachers, we can also send weekly newsletters to keep families informed of the happenings in school and around the classroom. We must do this in the appropriate language of the family. Many effective family engagement practices that support and highlight the assets of the home language, including communication, family involvement, and providing intentional strategies for families of ELs, can be encouraging families to volunteer at the school, participate during these engagement nights, and inviting families to read, teach some of their home languages during the class lessons. We can also celebrate traditional holidays and events with the students. Some inclusive community engagement practices are first and most importantly getting out and visiting our community, researching and determining what all our community has to offer. Then determine the interests of our diverse groups and appropriate places to create engagement opportunities. Once this has been determined, communicate and discuss expectations and activities and possible events with the members of our community and determine their interest in being involved with the school. Create a list and keep track of possible places that are interested and can be sent information regarding school events. Getting out and communicating helps establish relationships among the community and educate others of the happenings of the school, while allowing them to become a part of helping to create engaging opportunities for students, teachers, families, and the entire community. Thank you.